Well, it's like friggin' Tuesday morning. Still waiting for the vlog to upload. And welcome to today's vlog. Well, it's done uploading. It's just got to process now. And yeah, that might take a millennia. The total file size was 2.2 gigs compressed at 2.5 megs per second over 720p. It looked okay when I watched it on my computer, but I'm thinking YouTube probably is going to take like a year to process this. I don't know when it finished uploading, as it doesn't really say much on here. It just says that it'll be live shortly and stuff, so I don't know. But one thing I do know is I need to stagger it. So let's go outside for it. Stagger it. Were you trying to tell me my alarm was going off?
Yeah, I was trying to sleep and it was loud.
Yeah, eh?
Yeah, it was really loud. What's this, you went 2 hours yesterday?
Yeah, I went 2 hours yesterday.
And you didn't even let me have a part, you bastard?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you wanted to be in it.
No, I don't want to be in this one today either.
Where are you going?
I don't want to be in your video.
Oh, he's mad at me now because I wouldn't let him be in the vlog yesterday, and I forgot to videotape him, and oh my god. What am I going to do with this cat? What am I going to do with this cat? He's dicked. But I'm going to go outside for a cigarette and get this morning started. Let's hammer down. Well, it's a humid, muggy one today, boys. Holy. It was sunny when I first woke up this morning, but now the shit clouds are back. Frig sakes. Just wrecking the program. It's probably going to start raining again. I got to remow my lawn. At least it looks green, sort of. Even though it's mostly weeds back here. Front lawn looks way nicer. This lawn's just cocked. The front lawn looks more like lawn, except for here where the raspberry bushes are trying to dominate more of my lawn. I'm gonna have to kill those friggin' things. Yeah, it's, I am never doing another 2 hour long video again. Holy shit. Uploading is one thing, but processing, man, that's gonna take a year. You know, the problem is the way the queuing system works on YouTube, eh? When you start your upload, and then you get it to process. Holy shit, we gotta be. He'll leave me alone. He doesn't care. Those big fat bastards aren't the ones to worry about. It's the little wasps. They want to pick fights. But anyway, like I was saying, when you start your upload, that's one thing. But processing, depending on the format you saved it in, that's a whole other ball game. Because I'm using a custom algorithm, YouTube has to decipher the algorithm before I can process. Is the only way I can make the file as small as I did for the size. Like, it was almost a gig an hour, so I basically compressed it using like a Netflix algorithm for high definition Netflix. So now YouTube has to try and figure out what my algorithm is, which, you know, there's nowhere in there saying you can give it the algorithm so I can easily do it. It's like, no, let the servers figure it out. Put it to the limit. The problem is when you start your upload, you get put into a processor's queue, which means once it's done, then you're queued up to go to be processed. The problem is it'll send in the estimated time. Now, if that time changes at any given time, you lose your priority in the queue and you gotta wait. What was it somebody said? Every hour, 24 hours worth of footage is uploaded to YouTube or something like that? I think that was the statement. So you can just think of how many people are uploading non-stop to YouTube, just pushing content up. Well, it's probably not that big anymore because I don't know about you guys. I haven't been noticing that much content on YouTube lately, and it's pretty bad. When my buddy Catpiss mentioned that too, he's like, have you noticed the diminishing amount of content on YouTube lately? And I'm like, yeah, man, it's getting sad. Like, there's not much stuff on YouTube anymore. Like, all the people I used to watch back in the day, they stopped. A lot of them shut their channels down and moved on to other things like Blip TV. They left YouTube completely. They went on to Blip TV and started doing it from their own website, you know, expecting that one day YouTube will shut down shop. And obviously, if a lot of people quit YouTube, a lot of the bigwigs quit YouTube, then YouTube's not going to make the money they were making before. So they have two choices. Either A, bring in new talent, which is what they're doing, or B, promote the little guys who enjoy it, get them boosted up so that they're making the money to pay for the bandwidth. That's what the whole AdSense thing's about. Like, originally when YouTube was funded, I think it was a university project. I don't think it wasn't owned by Google. It was just a university-based project that some kids made, and they wanted it as a site where their friends can post stupid videos. And then Google bought it out, and then Google realized, holy shit, this is expensive on bandwidth. We need to do something. We need to make this thing make money. That's when they introduced the partner program, I believe in 2007. So now they can put ads on videos and make money. And, you know, they call it the partner program because they can give you some money back too for your hard work. So they can cover their costs for the site and leave it free. Like Vimeo, the one that Apple's thinking about buying. Right now, in order to upload a video, you gotta pay to upload a video. And there is no monetization on it. You have to pay to put your products up there. Well, as far as I know, there's no monetization. There might be. I haven't really played with it because I wasn't about to spend money to put videos up there. You know, Blip pays you right out of the bag. You know, the moment you sign on to Blip, make an account, you give them a PayPal address, and they pay you the moment your videos get views. So, well, once you hit the $25 threshold, that is. But that's why YouTube has the ads and all that, and that's why a lot of these videos have ads, because they're trying to pay for the bandwidth that they're using for uploading and downloading and viewing and all that. So, and bandwidth, unfortunately, for some reason, isn't cheap. Even though it's not like it's not like water or oil. Bandwidth is just exactly that. It's the width of the band, you know? The faster it is, the wider the band. Or the wider the band, the faster it is. Holy shit, Adam, you get that backwards? You got dyslexia now? What the hell's wrong with you? So, yeah, it's pretty cocked. You'd think that, like, that's that whole internet capping thing. I've talked about that multiple times and why that's stupid. So we don't need to go into that discussion, but that's basically how they make their money to allow us to put these, ouch, to allow us to put these videos up for free. By putting adverts on our videos, they can make some revenue through advertising. We make a little chunk of change through advertising, and everything's good. So, right on. Hey Hoozle, I'm gonna go check on that video again and see if it's actually partially processed. I want that thing to go live because I want to put annotations on it, like chapter selectors, and then go from there. So, let's rock and roll. Holy shit, it's 1 o'clock and it finally started to move the bar. Oh my god, amazing. Holy dude, thought you were a throw rug.
Go away, I'm comfy.
Yeah, I can tell you're comfy. Look at you.
Yeah, look at me, I'm comfy.
Yeah, you look really comfy.
I am.
You look really comfy.
I'm mad.
How's you do?
Go away.
Oh, you want the string? You want the string?
Yes, I want the string.
Get the string?
Give me it. Nom.
Yeah.
Mine.
You're such a kitten.
Yeah, well, I'm still mad at you.
Cat goes after the lanyard strap thing on the camera. What a crazy kitty. Alright, let's go outside. Now it's all sunny and shit out. Like, seriously? One moment it's not sunny, the next moment it's sunny, and then it's not sunny, then it's sunny, then it's not sunny, then it's sunny. Blind's broken. That's gonna piss people off. Cause 2 comments in the comment section. Like, I'm telling you, this weather's dicked. Oreo doesn't seem to care as he digs. What's he digging for? He's gonna dig his way to China or something. I don't know. He's crazy. Crazy puppy. Well, we got about 68% on the process from YouTube. Holy shit, I'm never doing a 2-hour vlog again, guys. That was brutal. Just making the vlog, editing the vlog, and now uploading the vlog. It almost took 12 hours to upload. Actually, it took over 12 hours to upload. Because I started at 12:30 last night, and it's currently, what, 1:30? So far it's been 13 hours since I started uploading it. And it might be ready in another hour or so. Yup, never again. No more of these friggin' sagas. These friggin' movies. VlogginLife the movie, for frig's sakes. Holy crap. Well, I'm gonna put scene selector. Sure enough, after I got it all said and done and all that and uploaded and everything, I thought about it afterwards and I was like, oh, I should have totally done it like friggin' Clerks. How? Because when you watch the video, you're gonna see that it breaks into parts and it kind of fades out and then fades back in. Well, I actually cut them into individual parts to make the final editing process a lot faster. So as I did a scene, I went and edited. Did a scene, I edited. Did a scene, I edited. And then I brought them all into Vegas and just piled them all in. So the final editing process, once I had all 9 parts, was only 1 hour and 14 minutes for 2 hours and 15 minutes of video because it was all pre-edited and ready to go. Now I'm just hoping YouTube doesn't dick it over and screw it up. But you'll notice that between each part it fades out and then fades back in. Fades out, fades back in, fades out, fades back in. And that's where I'm going to put my chapter markers. I have them all saved in a text document. I just got to wait for this thing to friggin' process and upload. And then I'm going to have... What are you doing? Stop it, stupid dog. But once I get this all edited and processed, then I'm going to put the annotations in to jump between scenes, so if people don't care about, like, you know, the history behind this jerk face, which has an itch, shake it off, buddy, shake it off. Or if people don't care about the history of the Trans Am, or don't care about Mr. Airsoft Ponage, or, you know, they can just jump between the scenes and give her. So that's what I'm going to do. But that's going to take some time. I got to wait for it to finish processing, then I can add the annotations, and then we should be golden. So... and I won't be surprised if this one here doesn't clear 200 views, because it's a long one and a lot of people are going to see it and go, yeah, I don't have the time. You guys wanted it, I did it, so we'll see how it does for view count. As for me, I'm going to head her back inside and see how it's going. I want to get those annotations done, so right on. Any hoozle, talk to you guys in a bit. Holy shit, it's almost done. Yeah! It's only friggin' 2:30. You know, what's the hold up? Come on. Oh boy. Well, I need food. I'm frickin' starved. I don't know what I'm gonna eat though. We'll just try and figure something out and go from there. So let's have at her. Toasted bologna sandwiches. I do believe I will. Yeah! Oh man, I'm gonna have to contact the shirt guy and see what the frig's going on. Holy crap, it's a new bus. That one has air conditioning. Sweet. We actually got new buses in Northgate. But yeah, I'm gonna have to contact the shirt guy because I haven't heard from him since I made the order like what, 50 vlogs ago? Luckily I haven't paid shit yet. I don't know if I'm supposed to pay him first and then get the job done, or what he wants me to do. So I'll have to contact him, I guess, by email and say, bro, what's the hold up? Am I supposed to do something else over here, or is there a problem with the graphic, or what's up? So I kind of want to sort of get those shirts going and start wearing them, you know, promote the product and stuff. But I had my toasted bologna sandwich. It was friggin' epic. Watched some Minecraft from, was it Blue Zephyrus, the Yogs cast guys, and they're showing a new mod called Yugo or something like that. And basically now it's got like rotating blocks, so you can have like a rotating gate and a lifting gate and stuff. I was like, that's pretty cool. The only problem with a lot of these mods is I don't know how to install them server side, but I know it's possible because they were running a server with the mods on it, and it was working. Because personally, I like to run a server with Timber mod, and I'm thinking of running a little private server and doing some Minecraft gameplay videos. Because yeah, I've made my decision. I'm not putting the gameplays up on the Northern Tech. There's been a lot of people made a lot of valid comments on that. The Northern Tech is tech only, you know. If I start doing games, like I want to do a Diablo walkthrough. I'm gonna roll a new character, start from scratch, and do a walkthrough on that. I want to do a I got a couple of the games. What's that one? Kingdoms of Amalur. I want to do a walkthrough of that, or a gameplay commentary of that. I want to do some commentary of Battlefield 3. I want to do some commentary of Minecraft. So if I start stoving all that shit on the Northern Tech, it's gonna get pretty bad. So I'm gonna make a new channel. He's a brave little birdie. Oh, brave old birdie. I'm gonna go ahead and make a new channel. The Minecraft Thrax channel, it's dead. It's shut down. When I decide on a name, I like the idea of the Northern Gamer, but that's already taken. Obviously, either it was taken a while ago, or somebody just decided to troll me and take it when it was mentioned in the comments. I don't know, but it's long gone, so I can't have that one. So I'll have to come up with another idea, but yeah, we'll figure something out. I know you're all gonna bitch, Adam, you have so many freaking channels, blah 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 blah. You know what, it's YouTube, it's fun. This is fun for me. Let me have some fun, for frig's sakes. My life isn't that exciting, as you can tell. You watch it every day. So for me, having the gaming channel, it gives a little bit more fun, a little more content on YouTube, you know, something else to do. And I can do some gameplay walkthroughs and try different games, and who knows, maybe I might accidentally get back into gaming. You never know. But that's the plan. Once I come up with an idea, I'm probably going to film a couple shows before I upload them, and then I'll let you guys know what it is. And if people want to come and watch me play games and do commentaries, by all means, come and watch me play games and do commentaries. And for people who don't give a rat's ass, well, you don't have to go and check it out. You don't even have to sub. It's cool. You know, it's the way she goes. But that's the plan. That's what I'm going to do. But as for me right now, I'm just waiting for the vlog. I got the morning part of the vlog rendering, and I'm going to head her off to work. So let's friggin' pitter patter and have at her and get her asses into work. Let's friggin' do this. Alrighty. Morning part of the vlog is rendered. He's still pissed off at me. He won't even look at me right now. He's so mad. But it's the way she goes, right? Well, time to head her off. So let's pitter patter and have at her. Get her asses into work. And then come home and go from there. Today's gonna be a busy one for me because I'm prime, which means I have a lot more duties. Apparently they haven't been getting done, so now our boss is not only monitoring them, but he added more shit to it to make it more difficult, because he's like that. So frig it. I got my phone on me. Okay, you know what? This is dicked. I keep forgetting my phone. Last night I lost my keys. Like, how frigged up do you gotta be to do that? But yeah, just non-stop forgetting things. I swear, I'd forget my head if it wasn't bolted on. We'll grab the cell phone. Ah, for frig's sakes. Oh yeah, cell phone. Holster thingy for defender case. Check. Cell phone. Check. Let's get our asses into work. We got things. But yeah, now he's like really monitoring the prime stuff because it's not getting done apparently. So he decided to add more shit to it. And we'll have to see how that goes. So, oh well. Just 2 days out of 7 that I gotta be prime. Not a big deal. So we'll get her done. go from there. So let's get off to work. Alrighty, well, I'm at work now, so I'm gonna head her inside and I'll talk to you guys on my next break. So until then, peace the frig out, people. Yeah! Well, it's friggin' break time. Holy shit. Remember how I told you guys I was gonna be primed today? Yeah, did I ever walk into a horse shit of shit. So there's this ongoing problem we're having. See, in the 705 area code, voicemail is acting up to the point where if you call somebody who has the voicemail, like the Bell voicemail, not like an answering machine, but the onboard voicemail built into the telephone, they're not able to get their messages. Basically, they're getting a notification, or it just rings forever, and then you get the Bell notification saying that, there is no friggin' voicemail configured on this line, call back later type shit. And up here, we use *98 to check our voicemail. So when you dial that, it just does this like booty, booty, booty sound. It's fucking annoying. So sure enough, they opened a ticket on Saturday, and whoever opened the ticket neglected to actually neglected to get the ticket number from Bell. So sure enough, last night, the guy calls in, the tech who was primed last night calls in to get information on the outage, and he gets the runaround. The problem is the customers like to sign with us for their phone, because they deal with somebody from the same region as them, you know. We only deal with the north. Far south as we go is Huntsville, and we go right up north, right up to Ottawa-Piscat, which you can only get to by helicopter. So they know when they're calling for help, they're talking to a Northern Ontarian, and we know the type of climate they live in. We know everything about it. So sure enough, that's why they sign with us, because they're going to talk to somebody who speaks the language, right? Well, sure enough, they call in last night to find out what's going on. So the tech calls last night, and friggin' chickie from India, Bell India, as I like to call her, Belindia, if you really want to get technical. She's like, well, what's the customer's phone number? It's like, no, it's not one customer. It's the whole region. It's a mass outage. There was a screw up on the weekend. You guys did an update, and it cocked over the program. And sure enough, she's giving him the runaround last night. He finally got fed up and just said, you know what, I'll have my guy call during the day. I'm done talking to you. You're dumb. So basically, he dropped the call, and then it got passed on to today, which our guy this morning managed to call in and find out the issue's still ongoing. Did he get a ticket number? No. So tonight I'm prime. I gotta call in. First time I call, the call gets dropped. Son of a bitch. And I gotta call back. And it's, you ever called these services? It's like when you call for your cell phone or any service, you know, press 1 for this bullshit, press 2 for this bullshit, press 3 for this bullshit. And you gotta wait for the right bullshit, and half of it you gotta talk. It's like, for English, say English. For français, say français. And it's like, for fuck's sakes, like, just, come on, let's just put a monkey on the phone so I can talk to a monkey, for frick's sakes. I'm done with this shit. Finally you get to an agent, and I swear they're working out of their house, because you can hear kids screaming in the background and all sorts of shit, and it's like so unprofessional, so annoying. They don't know what the frick's going on. So right away they ask for the customer's phone number. I'm like, listen, this is a mass general outage, not one customer affected. Come on. And she's like, oh, well, the fix for this, we can fix it right now. Just tell the customer not to use their phone for 10 minutes and we'll fix it. I'm like, listen, you guys did this 3 days in a row. 3 days in a row, this is your fix. And 3 days in a row, that didn't fix the problem. I said, listen, the tech called in today. Talk to somebody by this name, which is probably not even their real name. They probably pull a name out of the hat just to sound like they're from North America. Because, yeah, you know how it is. And, you know, oh, well, we don't have anybody here who works, anybody here working with that name. I'm like, are you friggin' serious? Like, come on. Step it up a notch. Let's go. It's a general outage. I'm like, can I speak to your manager? Oh, no managers are available right now. Okay, well, this is what I want you to do, sir. Tell the customer not to use their phone for 15 minutes and we're gonna recalibrate the voicemail. I'm like, no, because that won't fix it. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this on hold tomorrow. Have my guy who called in today, who had success with it, to call in tomorrow. Because obviously, you guys got your asses so far up your asses, you can't figure shit out for yourself. So we're done. So I put the ticket back on hold, put a big description, big bold letters. When you talk to the monkey and you find out it's still ongoing, get a friggin' reference number so we have something at night to deal with. Because obviously the night staff, they suck at their jobs. So we got to basically do it for them and get the information. Oh, it's just pointless. Pisses me right off. I hate dealing with resellers. Hate it. Because now we look like jackasses because their service doesn't friggin' work. And it's just bullshit. Like, it's complete bullshit. So, hopefully tomorrow, the day staff prime guy reads this, does the job right, we get the right information, and this is resolved because I can't freaking deal with this crap anymore. Pisses me right the frig off. Like, come on. And then we getting shit for not doing prime duties at night, yet the day guy gets to get a free walk. Like, are you serious? Friggin' utter, complete bullshit. So hopefully you enjoyed that little rant on my hatred for reselling companies, mainly Bell. But it's the way she goes. But here's hoping the rest of my night goes pretty good. I'm actually impressed with the fact that a lot of people are watching Vlog 500 because I honestly didn't think it was going to do that well, to be honest with you. Because, well, frig, it's got a longer runtime than the Avengers movie. Like, that's insane. But, well, we'll see what happens, see how it does. And I gotta head her back inside and let the other guy go on break, so frig, I'll talk to you guys on my lunch. So, peace out. Alrighty, well, it's friggin' lunchtime, and I gotta clear something up. Something that I kind of screwed up on yesterday. I really should have watched the video, but I didn't. And that was me talking about my Trans Am. Basically, I said I bought the Trans Am in 2002. In the video when I was talking about the history of the Trans Am, I said 2005. Yeah, that's a big screw up, because I've had this car since 2002. The ownership will show it. Basically, I got the friggin', when I did that video on Skaven account, I screwed up and I looked at the ownership for the Focus, not the Trans Am. I bought the Trans Am in 2002, which was the year that I started working here. And basically, at that time I was driving my dirty old Ford Tempo, which was quite the eyesore. It was fecal brown in color, had hood scoops on it to make it go faster. No, I knew it didn't make it go faster, guys, come on, but it was funny. Had yellow underglow because, you know, Fast and Furious just came out that year, and I had holy shit, I had a scrolling Knight Rider light in the front end. Yeah, I had a Knight Rider light in my friggin' Tempo, guys. Badass is that. So I bought the Tempo actually in 1999 from my buddy's grandmother. His grandfather passed away and she wasn't licensed to drive, so it literally sat in the garage. He originally bought it in 1991 from Ford. The car had 35,000 kilometers on it. That's like what, 20,000 miles? Not even. I got the car with 35,000 clicks on it. Drove it from 98 till 2005 or 99. No, I bought that car in 2000. Never mind. I bought that car in 2000. That's right. It was my third year or second year in of college. I bought that car. So that was 2000. So in 2000 I bought the Ford, the Tempo, and then in 2002 is when I got the job here. So I was making a lot more money than working at Walmart and Staples. So I started putting money aside because I really wanted a sports car. At the time, my friend Sergio, he was saving up for an Eclipse, and me, I really wanted my Knight Rider car. Well, I wanted a muscle car. That's what I want. Something with balls, you know. He wanted the Eclipse. I wasn't really into the Eclipse. We test drove a couple. I didn't feel comfortable in them. I felt really cramped. For a big guy like me, a little car like that just doesn't cut it. Sure, they're fast as frig. Don't get me wrong. We took out a turbo, and holy Christ, when he got on her, I was like, holy shit, this is ridiculous. Get into an accident in this, and you're pretty much toast. For me, I wanted something bigger. So I looked at Camaros, and I looked at Trans Ams and stuff, and the hunt started in 2001. Summer 2001 is when, actually no, it was summer 2002. It took me, spring 2002, holy shit. Yeah, because the snow was just barely leaving, and I started my hunt. I had about $3,000 saved up, and I was like, yeah, let's do this, you know, because I wanted to get a car. He was going to get his car, I wanted to get my car, so we can cruise in our summer cars, keep the tempos for the winter. So we ended up, we looked at a couple cars, and all the Camaros and Firebirds that I looked at, the V8s were in body condition hell shape, like literally. They were holier than Christ, you know? Like the one I looked at, the paint on it was done. Like it was rusted to shit. The window leaked, T-tops took on water, it was horrible. And I really didn't want T-tops for that reason, because all the research I've done on thirdgen.org said that the T-tops leaked. And I wasn't about to get a 4th gen because, you know, they were still pretty new and pretty expensive to boot. So, did a lot of research, and I knew what I was looking for. You know, I knew the type of engine I was getting into and all that, and 305 throttle body injected. They're not fast, you know, 170 horsepower, 255 foot-pounds torque, but I wanted the V8. Then I crawled across a couple V6s. One was the 2.8 liter V6 with the 5-speed manual transmission. So we took it out for a rip, and at the time I didn't know how to drive 5-speed, so I had to get my buddy Bernie to drive it, and he loved it. He said this is an amazing car, it'd be great for me to learn on and stuff, and he said it's real good car. And I was like, yeah, but I don't want the V6. I really want the V8. And he was like, you know, what's an extra 2 cylinders and stuff? And me, it was more for the rumble sound of a V8, right? That's the whole thing I was after. You know, you put a good set of pipes on a V8 and you can make them friggin' sound awesome. So continued searching, and then right when I was about to give up hope, actually I pretty much in September, when winter was coming around the corner, I pretty much gave up hope and I stopped looking. And then it was December 20th of 2002, actually December 15th, it was earlier than that. My brother contacted me through a text message and says, hey, are you still looking for a sports car? And I went, yeah, I am. And that's when he says, well, my friend just went through a wicked divorce, and she has a car that you might be interested in. He sent me the pictures, and it was the white bird. And I was like, holy shit. Literally, I just went over there. I said, does it start? He cranked it over, he fired it up, and I was like, sold, how much? You know? And he goes, well, she wanted $7,000 for it, but she said because, you know, who your brother is, and she's good friends with your brother, said she'll let you have it for $3,500 certified. I said, right on, took it. So December 15th, I made the deal. December 20th, we finalized it, and the car came home. And let me tell you, that was funny when I brought that car home, because Dad had no idea I was buying it. Mom had no idea I was buying it. My neighbor knew because he was going to let me store it in his 3-car wide driveway. He said, just store it here for the winter, it'll be out of the way, you know, it won't get hurt or anything, it'll be fine. So I ended up bringing it home and parking it. At first I parked it in the driveway because the neighbor had to clean out some spot for me. So when I went and picked it up after it got certified, just up the road, yeah, it's seen that one winter. Saw a whole 2 roads. Down one road, turn right down another road. It was parked at the Mr. Transmission over on Frost. So it literally, like, down one road, turn down another road, pull it into the driveway. Well, my dad comes home from work, and I'm sitting downstairs on the computer doing more research on the car. Now that I have it, I wanted to find out as much as possible about it. You know, what am I going to get into in the summer, and hop-ups and stuff, and, you know. And Dad comes running and he goes, Adam. I'm like, what's that? He goes, who's here with you? And I'm like, nobody. Well, whose car is that in the driveway? It's mine. He goes, no, not the Tempo, the white sports car. I'm like, yeah, that's mine. He kind of pauses, looks at me, I'm like, it's the car of the dream. And I totally pulled one from American Beauty. I was like, it's the car of my dream. I now own it. I rule, you know? He just kind of like, okay, can we go look at it? And I'm like, oh yeah, let's go. So we went out and took a look at it. He's like, holy shit. And then it just kind of went crazy from there. Like, he's like talking about like his old 68 Chrysler, because he had a Chrysler 300 from the 68 with the 440 under the hood, and used to drive the ever-loving piss out of it with my uncle and all that. And they used to, you know, sort of race. Like, my uncle had a Chevy pickup, and Dad had the Chrysler. And my uncle's Chevy pickup only had the 350 under the hood, where Dad's had the big block 440. And sure enough, my uncle would, like, you know, pull up beside my dad and sit there and goose it and, like, you know, nose up. And my dad would just look over and be like, oh yeah? And he would just hammer down, you know, drop the hammer and just annihilate him. Like, of course he's going to annihilate him. You know, it might be a big car, but that thing had a lot of balls, and he wishes he would have kept it and, you know, stored it or something. But at the time, money wasn't there, like, so he ended up selling it and he got another car. No, that's when he got his Ford truck. But anyway, so yeah, in 2002 I got the Trans Am, and then in 2005 I ended up getting the Focus because the Ford Tempo was just becoming a body. The body on it was just rotting out, and I ended up doing the old polish a turd, still a turd technique. I knew a guy who was a body man, $500. He put a brand new coat of paint on the car. Like I bought the Tempo for $1,000, put $500 into the paint, and drove it from 98 or from 2000 to 2005, so 5 years. Put about 45,000 kilometers on it. Brought it into Ford, traded it in for the Focus, and still I got $2,500 for the Tempo, which was dicked because it was in mint shape when I brought it in. My rep there felt kind of bad giving me $2,500 for it. He's like, that's the best I can do because, you know, it's a Tempo. I'm like, oh yeah, man, not a problem. That sounds perfect. So I ended up buying the Focus cash, so $2,500. Focus cost me $7 grand, so I gave him $4,500, and then waited 2 days and took delivery of my car. Yeah, and there was other cars in there as well. I had a 1994 Volkswagen Golf that I bought off Kijiji for $150. Buddy just wanted to get rid of it. Nothing wrong with the car. The car is actually in pretty good shape. Drove, ran, and everything. I wanted it to learn how to do mechanics and stuff. You know, with that car I learned how to do a drive axle, how to replace the axle. I learned how to do a starter, and I found out the hard way that a starter on your Volkswagen Golf, the front bolt is also attached to the motor mount. So, because I was wondering why, because the back bolt came out no problem. I just unscrewed it and it just flopped right out. But the front bolt, there was a lot of stress on it. And Chuck was over there just to keep an eye on me and walk me through things and explain things to me. And I'm like, why is there so much tension on here? And he goes, I don't know, man, just keep cranking on it. And it was right at the end when I got the bolt like almost out. He's like, wait, stop, and all of a sudden the bolt came out and the engine just drops, and I raised my left hand and I catch the engine I'm holding. I'm like, dude, get a jack, dude, get a jack. Yeah, almost got annihilated by a friggin' 1.8 liter CL engine. Gotta love that. And then there was my 1989 Sierra, which I bought in 2007, I think it was. 1989 Chevy Sierra with a 305 that I got friggin' polished a turd on. Bought it from Kia used, and those sons of bitches put that Lucas shit into the oil. So it ran awesome until I got it home, and then the moment I got it home, drove it around for a bit, I realized the oil was kind of crummy. So we dropped the oil, put new oil into it, and then all of a sudden the engine started running really weird, knocking and making all this friggin' noise and stuff. Couldn't quite figure out what the frig the problem was. So at that point there we were like, well, what could be going on? Then all of a sudden the exhaust starts pluming like white smoke. I was like, holy shit. Well, at the time I knew a mechanic who worked at Kia. He said, listen, he goes, well, obviously we're not offering a warranty on the truck, you know, it's buyer beware. That's our policy here. I was like, frig sakes. So I basically paid $1,500 for a truck that was a piece of shit. So I had him do a compression test on the truck, and it came back as like 6 out of 8 cylinders were shot. The Lucas was enough to thicken up the oil to make it run somewhat right, but not quite. So what we ended up doing was Chuck, once again, knew a guy out in Corbeil who had a GM Goodwrench 350 engine out of an old Caprice that he had that rotted away, but he pulled the engine, stored it in the barn on a skid, and told me I could have it. Not charge me for it, I could have it. So one weekend we threw the 350 in the truck, and I drove it for about a little over a year, and then realized, holy shit, I'm spending like $350 a month insurance on the Trans Am, the Focus, and the truck. And when the girlfriend moved in, she had her car there, so like the driveway was full all the time, so nobody could come into and nobody can come over to the house. Top of that, it was only a 2-wheel peel, you know, 2-wheel drive. So I was like, yeah, maybe it's time to downsize. So I sold the truck and ended up with just the Ford and the Trans Am. And then in 2009 I sold the Ford to my buddy Chuck because he needed a car that was good on gas, and that Ford was awesome on gas. And then he basically drove the shit out of that, and I bought the G6. So that's basically the whole life of me owning cars. So hopefully that clarifies some things for you. Yeah, that was pretty long and drawn out. Good old story time with Adam, eh? Gotta love that kind. But that basically covers what what I went through with cars and all that over the years. Hopefully that answers any questions that were left from yesterday's video, because I know I saw a bunch of comments saying, okay, when did you buy it, in 2002 or 2005? Well, I think when I did the video for the Trans Am, like I said before, I looked at the ownership for the Focus by accident, not the ownership for the Trans Am, because I know I bought that when I first started working here that winter, and then I drove it the next summer because I was still on contract when I had it. Yeah. So hopefully that answers any of your questions out there. But as for me, I don't even know what time it is right now. It's 8:30. I should probably get some food into my gut and then carry on with the evening. So I heard something with a turbo. I think it might have been the silver car right here, just giving her. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go get some food in me, and we'll shut this part of the vlog down here, and I'll talk to you guys on my 10:30 break. How does that sound? Oh, it sounds pretty good? All right on. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out. Well, holy shit, it's like 10:30 at night, guys. Frig sakes and other things. Oh, what a day it's been, But, you know, it's been crazy. Actually, it's kind of funny. Found a mod I want to do to my Trans Am, and I'm just gonna kind of post it right here, and you can tell me what you think. Maybe I'll make it the full screen so you get the idea. I think it's pretty badass. I don't know, you tell me what you think. I think I might have to do this, you know? I've been wanting a pickup truck, and I love my Trans Am, so why not have best of both worlds? I'm just saying. So let me know what you think of that mod. I think it looks pretty sweet. Well, I was perusing YouTube, and I came across another YouTuber. Actually, I used to follow him back in the day, and then he shut his channel down for the same reason why I quit using my Skaven channel, because got cocked over by the AdSense. You know, I talked about that yesterday, and he ended up creating a new account, and now he's trying to build himself back up to one day get partnership status and become one of the elite. You know how it is. I'm not saying I'm elite or anything, far from it, let me tell you. But the guy I'm talking about is CJ Daddy X, and I'm pretty sure he has probably the same amount, if not more, cameras than I do. He just picked up the same camera I'm using right now, the Kodak ZE-1, and apparently 2 days later he gets a package in the mail. He bought a never heard of the company. It's SVP V1000 or something like that. Some, I don't know, aftermarket Polaroid brand camera or something like that. Shoots in high definition, 720p, 30 frames per second, and it's waterproof, but he puts it through all the friggin' beatings. He's got that video up there. He friggin' submerges it and takes it outside and talks on it, and I think he even submerges it and just douses it with water, just to, like he's trying to break it, you know. And the camera takes the abuse, and apparently he only paid 25 bucks for it on eBay. So, you know, if anybody's looking for a waterproof camera, this might be the one for you. I don't know. But go check out his channel. His link will be in the description under the shoutout area. CJ Daddy X. Go check him out, and let him know good old VlogginLife sent you. Oh, I got bad gas tonight. Oh, frig yeah. But it's getting kind of late, and this vlog is kind of long. Not as long as yesterday's, holy shit. But it's getting up there. So I'm going to go ahead and do the world a favor and shut this down here, guys. So if you like today's video, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit the like button. It lets me know you like the video, and I like that. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about today's video, you know where to leave them. The comment section below. And until next time, guys, keep on vlogging.